Hi and welcome 1000 PS fans, High Bike Testcenter Ischgl. Big flat twin boxer engine comparison on the Stelvio today, stay tuned. Today we spent a couple of hours on the Stelvio and its surrounding mountain passes. Hard work, exhausting, very hot. Our question or our mission today was to determine in which of these four bikes, R1200R, RT, RS and GS, the Boxer engine of BMW makes the most sense and is best fitted. Let's start with the R1200R. I'm a beginner, as you already know, on the mountain passes and on Boxer engines. And as a beginner, my favorite bike was the R1200R because it's sporty, almost supermoto-like. It's easy to handle. The Boxer engine in all four bikes is the same, 125 horsepower, 125 Newton meters. All four bikes have Gear Assistant Pro, which means up and down shifting without clutch and on the go. And the R1200R just felt the lightest and is the lightest bike. Next up is the R1200RS, the RS, the sport bike amongst the four. Second best bike for a beginner on flat roads, long roads, fast roads. It's very sporty. You sit on it like on a super sport. Like I said, the engine is always the same. There's a little problem though. High speed is not the same like on another adventure or sports touring bike from BMW, the S1000XR. But for a Boxer, this is extremely sporty. Then we have the R1200GS. I didn't spend much time on it because I'm a beginner. Let me just say it's heavier than the standard model. It's more comfortable, and although it's heavier, it's a little bit better to handle. The engine, you don't really feel the weight, and for adventure touring, the extra fuel tanks make sense because you have a higher reach on it. Last but not least, the so-called battleship, RT, road touring. It's a luxury tourer. It has radio and heated grips, heated seat, all kinds of stuff, electronic package. They all have, but the RT is more for the road adventurer, for the long streak, long distance traveler. The rider feels very comfortable in it. It's almost like a living room chair. Now I got it. But it's indifferent. The front wheel steering is a bit wobbly. It's not so precise. Although you can fit easy soft mode, normal mode and hard mode for the suspension electronically. All my colleagues said it's a bit indifferent and not really for hairpins. So enough from the beginner. Let's hand it to the pros. Niels, what do you think?
Yeah, what do I think? 4 different bikes and a lot of new experiences. For me, there was one really fascinating bike, the R1200R, because it's a classic bike, a naked bike, a roadster. In former days, these bikes were boring, but this is fascinating bike because it's full with high tech, full with fascinating technology, with a sporty engine, with a fresh look, with a fresh design, and you really have a lot of fun on this bike. So even if you're not a BMW fan, please try this bike. It really makes a lot of fun, and as soon as you are leaving the parking space, you feel in biker heaven. For me, really surprising was the R1200 RS, because I thought, okay, there is no really a need for an additional model in the BMW model range because the model range is so huge. But there was a need because this now is a really top sport tourer, a complete different bike compared to the other ones, complete different riding position, complete different riding style. You have to steer it like a sport bike with strong input of your whole body, not just with input on the handlebars. And it's a really good compromise between sport and touring, and BMW did a great job with it. For me, really astonishing was the job of the R1200 GS again, because we put all our camera stuff into the bike. It was really heavy loaded. At the end of the tour, I think the tank was just half empty. So the bike is really a long distance bike, and it's always the bike for the tour guide who do the navigation job, because it's so easy to go with it. You can go very fast, it's so smooth, it's safe, and it looks like a real adventure bike. And the bike is for all the other bikes in the Alps, just astonishing how fast and perfect it is. And to be honest, the R1200 RT was a little bit disappointing, because all the bikes, they were so great. And as I went into the saddle of the R1200 RT, it doesn't feel so perfect and so luxury and so great like the other ones. So I just can give her a good or something like that. But that's not good enough, because I know that BMW makes really great luxury tourers, because I love the K1600 GTL. So if you like a BMW luxury tourer, please take the 6-cylinder. It's the better bike. But I will hand over to Faudi. He also had a lot of sweat and blood today because of the heavy test of the 4 bikes.
Yes, Niels, very nice. I'm not with you with this R1200 RT, because I think it's a good bike. I prefer this bike as a touring bike, because the Boxer engine fits perfect to touring bike, and it's for its 276 kilos. It's really handy. But let's start with the R1200R, the smallest bike, 231 kilos. 236 kilos, 260 kilos, and how I already said 276. So the R1200R, of course, is the most sporty bike, because all have the same engine, the Boxer engine, and I think it's funny how different bikes BMW created with the same engine. So this is the most sporty bike, the R1200R. This quick shifter, shifting without the clutch, up and down. It's really great. Of course, it was the sportiest bike, but we did it today to the Stelvio, a lot of windy roads, a lot of hairpins, and so
Stelvio.
Okay, Stelvio, Passo Stelvio, Passo di Stelvio, and I would prefer the R1200 GS, maybe the R1200 GS without adventure, but we had the adventure today. But I think it's the most sovereign bike here in the Alps. It's easy to handle. It's great. A lot of weight, but easy to handle. I don't like the RS so much, because I think there's a lot of difference between R1200R and RS. Just 5 kilos, but it behaves totally different. It's not so sporty. It's more a touring bike. And well, the RT, I was surprised how easy it is to handle.
Well, this is it for today. We spent again a lot of blood and sweat and tears. If you want more information, more videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for us, and to reference a famous YouTuber, watch your six, and we catch you next time.